Well, Julia Lobu-Said is Chief Executive of the Advantage Travel Partnership, a global leisure and business travel network, and she joins us now. Julia, very good evening. Now, obviously, a lot of people in your sector are going to heave a huge sigh of relief over this.
Absolutely. Today's a really positive day with, as you say, 47 countries coming off the red list. Starts to open up the world. Still very complex, but it really is an absolutely positive start. So absolutely delighted.
So what do people have to do if they're not going to quarantine? Do they still have to take PCR tests?
So really good question. So it all depends on your vaccination status. So that is really the deciding factor. So providing you're coming in from a non-red list country, rules change at 4 a.m. on Monday, the 11th of October, depending on which vaccine you have. And that is being expanded as well, because up until now, the UK government haven't recognised vaccinations from every nation. But that has changed again, or that will change again from Monday. So providing your vaccination qualifies in the eyes of the government that you are vaccinated, then you can enter the UK without the need to do a pre-departure test or a pre-arrival test into the UK, and you will no longer need to do a PCR test. However, that's where it gets a little bit complicated. There's a bit of a timing lag here, Ian. So the PCR rules for entry are changing. That's going to change at the end of October. We haven't got a date yet. So up until from now until the date is confirmed, passengers will still need to do the day 2 PCR test.
Now, that's quite interesting, because a friend of mine in Turkey who has been trying to come back to this country for a long time but can't because the Turkish Pfizer test isn't recognised by the British medical authorities. Are you now saying that people in that position will be able to return?
Yeah, so today the government announced 37 countries and territories, and actually include Turkey, so it does include Turkey. They will now be eligible to travel into the UK, and their vaccine will be recognised.
Well, good news for a lot of Brits in Turkey, I guess. So in percentage terms, how near are we to getting back to normal in the travel industry?
We're quite. It depends on the metrics we're using. I mean, we have had 20 months of virtually no trading whatsoever. The changes that are coming in now are coming in after 2 summers if you talk about the leisure industry, 2 summers which have been written off, half terms, Easter holidays, Christmases that have been written off. My members of the industry have not been able to trade. So we're a long way off from trading from normal. And the other thing which we have to remember, so even when you look at the countries that are coming off the red list for Monday, we have many destinations where their borders are closed. Australia, Hong Kong, USA, Malaysia, just to name a few, their borders are still closed. So whilst the UK government are allowing those, us to travel back, or those citizens to travel into the UK, should I say, the borders for us to travel there are still not open. So it's still quite complex. There are a lot of different rules that we have to navigate our way through. But to answer your question, we're nowhere near normal. Every week it's getting better. And things like today, where we see opening up and less restrictions, start to really help to drive more consumer confidence, which is all helpful.
Julia, thank you. That's Julia Lobu-Said, Chief Executive of the Advantage Travel Partnership.